Have you ever wondered how we went from a world of horse-drawn carriages and handcrafted goods to the bustling, tech-driven society we live in today? The answer lies in one of the most transformative periods in human history, the Industrial Revolution. It wasn't just about new machines. It was a complete reinvention of how we live, work, and think. So grab a seat and let us travel back in time to uncover the story of the revolution that built the modern world. Before the mid-18th century, life for most people was rural and agrarian. The rhythm of life was dictated by the seasons, not the clock. Families worked small plots of land, and what they couldn't grow, they made by hand. It was a world of skilled artisans, weavers, blacksmiths, carpenters, whose crafts were passed down through generations. Production was slow, localized, and incredibly personal. But deep within the quiet English countryside, the seeds of a monumental change were being sown. So, what lit the fuse? It was a perfect storm of factors. Britain had abundant natural resources, like coal and iron ore, the very fuel and building blocks of industry. It also possessed a stable political system and a colonial empire that provided both raw materials and captive markets for its goods. Crucially, a new way of thinking was emerging, an age of enlightenment that encouraged innovation, scientific inquiry, and a relentless pursuit of efficiency. People started asking, what if there's a better, faster way to do this? And they found it. The first tremors of this earthquake were felt in the textile industry. For centuries, spinning wool and cotton into thread was a painstaking manual process. Then came inventions like James Hargreaves' spinning jenny and later, Richard Arkwright's water frame. These weren't just slight improvements. They were game changers. Suddenly, one person could do the work of dozens. But these new machines were large, expensive, and needed more power than human hands could provide. This led to the birth of the factory. For the first time, workers left their homes and cottages to work together under one roof, their days now governed by the factory whistle. But the real engine of the revolution, both literally and figuratively, was steam. While early steam engines existed, it was James Watt's improvements in the 1770s that turned them into a truly efficient power source. Watt's engine could be used anywhere, not just near a river. It could power textile mills, pump water out of coal mines, and drive the bellows of iron furnaces. It was the universal power source the world had been waiting for. Iron production soared, providing stronger, more durable materials to build even bigger machines, sturdier buildings, and something else that would shrink the world: the railway. The iron horse was a true symbol of this new age. George Stephenson's rocket wasn't just a locomotive. It was a revolution on wheels. Railways crisscrossed the landscape, connecting burgeoning industrial cities to ports and raw materials. Goods and people could now travel at speeds that were previously unimaginable. A journey that once took days by stagecoach could now be completed in a matter of hours. This network of steel arteries pumped lifeblood through the economy, accelerating trade and communication and forever changing our perception of distance. This rapid industrialization created immense wealth and opportunity, but it also came at a staggering human cost. A mass migration began as people flocked from the countryside to the cities in search of work. Cities like Manchester, Liverpool, and Birmingham exploded in size, often without proper planning, sanitation, or housing. Families were crammed into squalid tenements, and streets ran with filth, creating breeding grounds for diseases like cholera and typhoid. The idyllic green countryside was replaced by a landscape of smokestacks, belching black smoke into the sky. Life inside the factories was often grim. The pursuit of profit was relentless. Men, women, and even very young children worked grueling hours, often 12 to 16 hours a day, 6 days a week, in dangerous conditions. There were no safety regulations. The noise was deafening, the air was thick with dust and fibers, and accidents were common. For many, the factory floor was a trap, trading the seasonal hardships of the farm for the daily tyranny of the machine. This new urban industrial society created a new social structure. At the top was a growing industrial capitalist class, the factory owners, inventors, and bankers who amassed incredible fortunes. Below them was a burgeoning middle class of managers, engineers, lawyers, and shopkeepers who serviced the new economy. And at the bottom was the vast industrial working class, the proletariat, who had little more to sell than their own labor. The gap between the rich and the poor became a chasm, leading to widespread social unrest. In response to these harsh conditions, workers began to organize. They formed trade unions to fight for better wages, shorter hours, and safer workplaces. Protests, strikes, and movements like the Chartists in Britain demanded political rights for the working class. These struggles were often met with fierce resistance, but they laid the foundation for the labor rights and social safety nets that many of us take for granted today. Thinkers like Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels looked at this new society and developed powerful critiques of capitalism that would inspire revolutionary movements across the globe. The Industrial Revolution didn't stay in Britain. Its technologies and ideas quickly spread, first to Western Europe and North America, and then across the world, each nation adapting it to its own unique circumstances. America, with its vast resources and spirit of invention, became an industrial powerhouse, pioneering mass production techniques that would define the 20th century. Germany, Japan, and others followed, each adding their own chapter to the story of global industrialization. Looking back, the legacy of the Industrial Revolution is complex and all-encompassing. It gave us the technologies that underpin our modern lives, from the electricity that powers our homes to the transportation networks that connect our world. It spurred incredible scientific advancement and created levels of material wealth unimaginable to our agrarian ancestors. But it also unleashed profound social problems and environmental challenges that we are still grappling with today. The pollution that began with those first coal-fired factories has evolved into the global climate crisis. The social inequalities forged in the 19th century city persist in new forms. The Industrial Revolution wasn't a single event, but an ongoing process of change that continues to shape our world. From the steam engine to the microchip, from the factory to the internet, its spirit of relentless innovation and disruption is still with us. Understanding this period is essential to understanding ourselves and the world we've built. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through one of history's most pivotal moments. If you found this interesting, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the past. Let me know in the comments what part of the Industrial Revolution you find most fascinating. Until next time, stay curious.